Okay, yes. Let's discuss the multiple choice questions. Question number 14, it says we have missed out some questions. We'll move back to them later on. Okay. What made the peddler finally change his views? Yes, Abhay. Abhay,
I'm D, kindness and care.
kindness and care. Okay, so it is option D. What does the metaphor rat trap in the lesson signify? What does the metaphor rat trap? You will only raise your hands. Nobody is going to speak like this. Okay. What does the metaphor rat trap in the lesson signify? Simran called D2.
Ma'am, D, human greed and distractions.
Yes, metaphor signifies it means human greed and distractions, and once you give in to them, then the trap closes in on you. What lightens the seriousness of the lesson? What lightens the seriousness of the lesson? Is it Peddler's greed, or his gossip, or his tricks, or his sense of humor? What is it that lightens the seriousness of the lesson? Yes? Yes, Abhay?
I'm A.
His greed lightens. Lightens means what makes it, not a heavy piece of work. Is it his greed? How can greed lighten the seriousness of anything? Yes, Simran Kaur?
Peddler's sense of humor.
Yes, his sense of humor. Can you just elaborate upon this, Simran? Rule number 17. How does his sense of humor lighten the seriousness of the lesson? Can you just add a few lines to it? Yes. Abhay, can you elaborate upon this? Or anybody else? Raise your hands. Anybody from the class who can elaborate upon this point? How does his sense of humor lighten the seriousness of the lesson? Hello? See, when this is not a very heavy piece of work otherwise. And when he goes to the house of when he goes to the manor house, and how he when his identity is revealed, how he puts forth his argument, and how he tells the owner of the iron master, how he tells the owner of the iron mill about his theory, about his philosophy. All those things, they make it really very entertaining and funny. So it is not his tricks, it is not his gossips or greed, but his sense of humor that actually make this reading very light. And how he thinks of this philosophy during his while he's just wandering here and there. So this would come in this if this comes as a short answer question. But here we have only multiple choice questions. What earns the sympathy of the reader towards the peddler? How does the reader become sympathetic towards the peddler? Yes? Hello? Vishwajit, raise your hand.
Sense of humor and innocent acceptance.
Innocent acceptance of what?
I'm like he accepted that means whatever he did, it was wrong.
Yes. His innocent acceptance towards the end, how he gets reformed, how he redeems himself, and it gets fully transformed. Yes, good. From where did the peddler get the idea of the world being a rat trap? Komal, D2.
His circumstances and miserable life condition.
Yes, very good. From his circumstances and miserable life conditions. Okay, so we're done for question number 14 to 18. Yes, the story revolves around whom? The story revolves around whom? Around the crofter and his daughter? Nobody's going to answer like this. The child whom I asked, only that child is going to speak now. The story revolves around whom? Around the crofter and his daughter, around crofter, around Iron Man, around Peddler, the rat trap seller. Around whom does the story revolve? Yes, Divyanshi, can you give the answer? Divyanshi, roll number 18, D2.
Around the peddler, the
RATTRAP seller.
Around the peddler, the rat trap seller. Okay.
D.
Next, D. Next is, what does the rat trap seller have to do to make his both ends meet? What does he have to do to make his both ends meet? Bolo.
Ma'am D.
MD.
Yes, D. Thievery and begging. So, because his business was not at all flourishing. What was his business? It was only selling rat traps, and he used to make rat traps himself, and he used to sell them. But by selling those rat traps, he could barely make his both ends meet, and he had to resort to petty thievery also and begging too. Why does the peddler knit up various kind of thoughts? Why does he knit up various kinds of thoughts? Why did he have so many thoughts in his mind? What was the reason? Was it because of his greed, or because of traveling, because of loneliness and poverty, or none? Look, why does he knit up various kinds of thoughts? Komal D2.
Ma'am, because of loneliness and poverty.
Because of loneliness and poverty. In Peddler's view, what does the world look like? It's a very simple question. I'm not going to ask anybody. It looked like a rat trap. Everybody knows this. According to the seller, what leads us to various miseries? According to the seller, what leads us to various miseries? Attractions, people, friends, wishes, and greed of comfort. Yes, Vishwajit?
And greed of comfort.
Yes, wishes and greed of comfort. Why did the peddler have to take shelter? Why did the peddler have to take shelter? Who can you give the answer? Why did he have
Ma'am
to take
D.
shelter? Yes, because he had no home. He was homeless. So he had no place to spend the night. Next question is, who offered shelter to the peddler? Who offered shelter to the peddler? Malvika?
Crofter.
Yes.
D option.
Yes, option D, a crofter. Okay. So next slide is, let's move on to the next thing on.
Why did the peddler feel like stealing?
Yes. Why did the peddler feel like stealing? Option.
Options A, greed, B, poverty, C, miserable life, D, other indifferences to his needs.
Indifference to his needs. Yes, Gulistan. Gulistan. Hurry up. Speak up. Gulistan, you have raised your hand.
Ma'am, A. Greed.
Was it greed? Greed only?
C, miserable life.
Was it
Life.
miserable life? Children call. Why did he feel like
Difference to his needs.
Yes, because people
D.
were indifferent. What do you mean by indifference? Simran Kaur, roll number 17.
Treat him with kindness and kept him different from the world.
Nobody treated him with kindness, and wherever he went, everybody just shooed him away. So people were indifferent towards him, and therefore, he felt like stealing. How did the crofter tempt the peddler to steal his money? The crofter was also responsible for making the peddler steal his money. What did he do? Yes, Gurnoor. What did he do?
Showing his money.
Yes, by showing him money. Why did the peddler decline the invitation? Whose invitation did he decline, and why? Why did the peddler decline the invitation?
Ma'am, he declined the invitation of the Iron Master.
Yes, why?
Ma'am, because he had stolen money from the crofter.
Very good, because he had stolen money from the crofter. Okay. Next question is, how much money had the peddler stolen from crofter? Everybody should know the answer. Everybody, rhythm. How much money
Ma'am,
had?
option D, 30 kroners.
Yes, 30 kroners. Okay. Next question, you people will have to read. Somebody from the class has to read the next question because it is not visible to me. Yes. Malvika, just read on the last question, question number 40. Question number 14. Madhu.
Why did the Edla pleaded her father not to send the vagabond away? Options are A, because of his father, option B, because of his father's friend,
Yes.
option C, because of his resemblance to his father's friend, and D, because of sympathy and his poor life condition.
Yes. So who's going to respond? Gulistan. Gulistan.
E.
Option पूरा बोलोगे बेटे. You have to speak out the answer.
Because of sympathy and his poor life condition.
Yes, because of sympathy and his poor life condition, because she was basically a very genuine, a very sympathetic kind of a girl, and she did not want to turn away the guest whom they had promised a nice Christmas supper, nice Christmas Eve, and nice Christmas day to spend. So, because the father was reluctant to have it in his home after his identity was revealed, but it was only the daughter Edla who persuaded that he should be allowed to stay in their home. Okay, next. Yes. Why did the peddler leave stolen money in a rat trap? Why did the peddler leave the stolen money in a rat trap? Why did the peddler leave the stolen money in a rat trap? Can anyone just tell me? Kunur? Yes, Kunur.
None.
Bolo?
Ma'am, option D.
None. Because of his plan to deceive them, because of fear of Iron Master, no. None. So no option is correct here. How is the peddler influenced by meeting the crofter and Edla? How is the peddler influenced by meeting the crofter and Edla? Yes, Vishwajit?
Because his heart was
His
option
heart
C.
was changed. Actually, his heart was changed only after meeting Edla, not after meeting the crofter. Because after meeting the crofter, he was tempted to steal. Even though he was very kind to him, even though he had invited him, he treated him like his friend, but still he did not leave his old ways, and he was tempted to steal after meeting the crofter. So the question should be, how is he influenced by meeting after meeting Edla? The next question is, what doubts did Edla have about the peddler? His behavior, his words, his fear and appearance? None. What doubts did Edla have about the peddler? What were the doubts that she had about the peddler? Divyanshi, bolo. His behavior, his words, his fear.
Fear and appearance.
Yes, his fear and appearance. The moment she saw him, the very first moment she saw him, she felt that he did not look like a gentleman, and she felt that she had either escaped from jail or he had committed some crime, because he was looking very frightened, and his appearance was such that made her feel so. Why did the peddler not reveal his true identity? Why did he not reveal his true identity in front of the Iron Master? Abhay?
A, because of fear.
Because of fear, he did not reveal his true identity. Anybody else?
In the greed of getting money.
In the greed of getting money. See, the moment, you have to understand the question carefully. The question means when the Iron Master met him the first time, he did not reveal his true identity. He addressed him as Captain Watson, he addressed him as actually Niels Olof. And he could have revealed his identity, but he did not reveal it because he hoped that maybe the Iron Master, thinking him to be his old acquaintance, would give him some money, would throw a couple of dollars. So this line is written in your text also. So he wanted some money to be given to him, and he was greedy, and that is why he did not reveal his true identity. Okay. Why did the peddler feel that he had fallen into the rat trap? Because he fell into a pit, because he fell in love with Edla, because his heart was changed, because of his greedy action and pitiable circumstances. Yes, Rhythm.
Ma'am, option D, because of his greedy action and pitiable circumstances.
Yes. So he felt that he had fallen into the rat trap because of his greed. And what was the greedy action? What was the greedy action? Rhythm. What was the greedy action?
Stolen kroners
Yes, he had stolen
from
30 kroners from
the
the crofter.
same person
Yes, very good. Why did crofter show
who has
30?
given him shelter.
Yes, fine. Why did the crofter show 30 kroners to the peddler? Why did the crofter show 30 kroners to the peddler? Ronit, can you give the answer? Ronit Singh Gupta. Why did he show 30 kroners to the peddler? Why did the crofter show 30 kroners to the peddler? Ronit,
Because he considers him as a friend.
is this the answer? Because he considered him as his friend?
No,
Yes.
ma'am, D.
Yes, to share his feelings of pride because he felt very happy and he was very proud of the money that he had got. He was very proud of the extraordinary cow that he had, which used to give greenery. And after selling greenery, he got a lot of money and he showed the amount also 30 kroners, 10 kroner notes. Why did the peddler have to resort to begging and thieving? Very simple. Why did he have to resort to begging and thieving? Why did the peddler have to resort to begging and thievery? Gulistan.
Because of non-profitability of his business.
Yes, because of non-profitability of his business. Who used to make rat traps? Very simple, the peddler. Okay, we won't discuss this question. I think only one slide is left. One page is left. Yes, we had left the last question. What is the message of the story? What is the message of the story? Malvika?
Ma'am, that kindness is powerful.
We have this option here. Love and kindness are powerful. Reformers' kindness is powerless. Speak up from the options.
Powerless.
Speak up.
Ma'am, A option. A
Yes.
option.
Love and kindness are powerful.
Reformers.
Reformers. Yes. Good. Yes. This slide was left from where?
Where did the peddler get the material to make rat traps?
Yes. From where did he get the material to make rat traps?
Shops, roads, streets, and stores.
Yes. And raise your hands for the answer. From where did he get the material for his rat traps? Very simple. Ronit. Yes, Ronit.
Streets.
Streets. From the streets. Gurkamal.
Ma'am,
Gurkamal.
stores.
Ma'am, stores.
From the stores. Okay. And how did Crofter treat the peddler? How did the Crofter treat the peddler?
Friendly manner.
In a
See, ma'am.
yes, see, friendly manner. Why did the peddler sign himself as Captain One Star? Gunur. Why did the peddler sign himself as Captain One Star?
Because we didn't want to.
I asked Gunur, read out the options and tell me the answer.
Ma'am, A, he didn't want to hurt them. B, because of love and care. C, because of mistaken identity. D, the none. Ma'am,
And
option D.
ऑप्शन डी. ऑप्शन डी आएगा बेटा, बताओ, सोच के बताओ सब. सिमरन कौर.
B, because of love and care.
बिकॉज ऑफ लव एंड केयर. ठीक है, एक ने डी बोला, एक ने बी बोला. हाँ जी, विश्वजीत कहता है बिकॉज ऑफ मिस्टेकन आइडेंटिटी. अब रह क्या गया? सारे हो गए.
Ma'am, yes.
है ना? एक बोल रहा है सी. विश्वजीत से सी. And I think Simran said because of love and care, and Guru said he didn't want to hurt them. So what is the answer? Why did he sign himself as Captain One Star? He signed himself as Captain One Star because of love and care. So Simran is right. Because he got so much of love, because he got so much of care, and he was treated and he was raised to the level of captain. So therefore he signed himself as Captain One Star. Why did Iron Master realize his mistake? Which mistake? You need to tell me which mistake are we talking about here. Why did the Iron Master realize his mistake? Why did the Iron Master realize his mistake? Class, this is the last page, last 2 or 3 questions. Yes. Because of, Vishwajit says, because of Edla. Can you just elaborate, Vishwajit? Vishwajit, can you?
Because of Elda, because actually, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I'm able to hear you. The Iron Master realized his mistake because of Edla. Yes, Vishwajit, elaborate. Elaborate.
Ma'am, so because of Elda. Yes, ma'am.
Bolo, because of Edla and elaborate.
Ma'am, so because of he realized it because of Elda, ma'am. As Edla kept him and told his father that they should keep him on the occasion of Christmas, and ma'am, because of her love and careness shown towards Iron Master, due to which shown towards Peddler,
Yes.
due to which the Peddler's heart changed, and due to which the Peddler realized his mistake. So means whatever like he stole the 30 kroners, so he realized that. So the Iron Master also realized his mistake. Yes, with love and kindness we can change a person.
Yes, very good. What made the Peddler finally change his heart? What made the Peddler finally change his heart? What was it that made him change his heart? Very simple question. Yes, Simran Kaur.
Edla's goodness and care.
Edla's goodness and her care, the care that she showered upon him, made him finally change his heart. What was the Peddler's profession and who he was? Selling?
See, ma'am.
Yes. He was. No, what was his profession? His profession was stealing, and he was a thief. Malvika.
Peddler.
What was his profession?
Traps.
Yes, he used to sell traps. He used to sell traps, and he was a
Traveler, a vagabond also.
He was a vagabond. वो विश्वजीत बोल रहा है none. अब फिर से वही problem आ गई है. Somebody says selling and traveler. There's a student who says stealing and thief. And विश्वजीत.
मैम वो मैंने पिछले क्वेश्चन का बोला था.
पिछले क्वेश्चन को बोला था. अभय भी बोल रहा है none.
मैम
हाँ.
मैम वो एक्चुअली लेट आया आपके पास कनेक्टिविटी.
अच्छा होना क्या चाहिए इसका आंसर? What was his profession?
Ma'am, D none.
None आएगा. No, his
Yes,
profession.
ma'am.
See, if we talk about his profession, by profession he was a rat trap seller. Okay, and he was a vagabond. He was a traveler. So answer A would be there. Selling was a profession, and he was a traveler. And because he could not make his both ends meet, so he resorted to stealing. But that was you cannot say that was his profession, or that he was.
Stealing after when his business was not in good condition, so
Yes. So he had to resort to stealing. Okay, so A would be the answer: selling and traveler. So that is all about this. That is all for today. Now the next time we meet, we'll do something from the writing section, most probably letter writing.